Well, morning, Dowse.
Morning, David.
Looking at the pitch, it's raining as we sit here at the moment. The pitch looks fine. Have we got any problem for tomorrow?
Nah, not a problem at all. No, it's lovely when it's like this. Like Colin does a good job on the pitch, and he's kept it unbelievable. But if there's a bit of sip on it, it'll suit us. And so I hope it stays like this, to be honest. But there's no problems weather-wise. The training ground was boggy last night a bit, but the pitch is sensational, so there'll be no problems here. I don't know what forecast. What's the forecast?
The forecast is reasonable amount of rain today and tonight, but it's not going to rain tomorrow.
That'll do. No, it'll be fine. No, pitch will be fine.
Good,
Right, yeah.
good. Well, if any Halifax supporters watch this as on a spying mission, then they'll be pleased to hear that.
Well, yeah, no, it'll be on, hopefully, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be alright.
Good. Let's go back to last Saturday, something I know very little about, the game at Merstham.
No, probably the same as you. I know a little about it as well. No, it's crap. We'll put it on to get players need games, and because we haven't got a reserve side or whatever, or kind of get games because we just kind of get them during the day because the lads work. So I just thought we'd arrange these games and give players games like Gavin. I wouldn't like to see him going 2 weeks out 90 minutes. And we need to get, Ray had another, so that was the pluses. The young kids, academy lads coming on, Jaden and all that, and Creed, that was pluses as well. But the back four didn't play particularly well, midfielders didn't. So it wasn't one of them where you think, I'll tell you what, I've got to make 5 changes tomorrow. And that's what players have got to understand. You put them games on for them. Now, after that game, if somebody else said to me, hold on a minute, I've done this against Mersham, I can listen to that. But when it's on the other foot, because they knock on my door, that's why I'm not in the team. And I can go back and say, well, that's why you're not in the team. So you do put the pluses are people get 90 minutes, which you need, and we'll arrange a few more of these games to make sure we get them.
I suppose it seems to me the possibility is that the players look at that game and think, well, it's a Saturday morning friendly against Merstham, and it's very hard for them to get themselves up to the same level.
100%, and we probably think like that as well. But that's exactly what it was. To be honest, I'm not as a player. I nearly got. I remember getting player of the season for Gateshead, but I nearly got dropped a lot because I hate pre-season. I hate pre-season. I hate the friendlies. As a manager, you do it, and it's better when you're playing against the Chelseas or the Wycombe Wanderers, because that's why we try to have an exciting pre-season. But I was hopeless on friendlies, I must admit. And when I was at Millwall and people like that, the reserves always used to beat the first team and things like that. And so I'm not really bothered about it, to be honest. Once it was finished with, I had a great journey to Wealdstone for 2.5 hours, and it got called off. So I was absolutely delighted about that. And Ian went to watch Maidenhead, obviously. So it's so I had a great Saturday afternoon, getting smacked by Mersham, going 2.5 hours just past Heathrow because of the traffic, and getting 2 of the game was off. So fantastic day out of the office. Yeah,
that Wealdstone game was the game I chose in a predictions competition, so I got no points.
Is that right? I usually get that anyway, David, to be fair. Yeah, I wouldn't have anything else.
As you rightly say, these games you put on so players who've not been getting as many chances in first 11 league matches, etc., get the opportunity to put their hand up to get back in the team. Did anybody do that at all?
No, I didn't. No. No, never. Nathan done it here, I think. Pooks tried very, very hard. I didn't see much of the rest who've done it. They'll be saying, oh, well, I've got 90 minutes, which is true. I got that in my own head. But when I watched a game like that, I went quiet. I just watched it and I didn't go around. But I just wanted to see if anybody was there, really want to knock on my door, because it'll probably be, it'll not be much change for the team what we play against Stockport, because we don't need to change much, to be honest. Maybe it's a little bit of shape, but not what we worked on last night, but not a lot. But nobody really, I like the challenge of somebody knocking on my door, because I get players here and then say, well, I'm not in the team, and I'm thinking, go on, show us why you're not in the team. And I don't think anybody showed us, to be honest, which is fine. I'm just being honest about the whole thing. So I can't imagine any of them players who played Saturday will be knocking on my door thinking she'll be in the team this week. Right. One or two will be, but that's how I look at it anyway.
Sure. And you gave a couple of youngsters from the academy an opportunity.
Oh yeah, a young kid, Jaden's only 16, isn't he? And a lad, Creed at the back, is 17 or whatever. 2 young lads, great. Once they scored a second, we didn't defend very well. I thought I'd just get them on and get Gavin off, because I know what Gavin does. I know what Ibs can do. You don't know what these young kids. So just get them on, let them play. You know what I mean? And they've done very well. They showed more fight up where he did and ran around. And the kid at the back done well as well. Headed it and kicked it and defended quite well. So I was pleased with our young kids to come through.
Is one of those the one that you were talking about, who was, shall we say, putting it in big time in training the week before.
Oh, brilliant, man. Oh, he smashed into tops and he smashed into... it was hilarious, it was, and all. I think Tops was going to retire, but he just ran around. But he thought it was quite cool, actually, apparently, because I was going, well, and young and all that, but apparently Tool Scott said, oh yeah, Dowse was really pleased I smashed into Tops and all that, so it got back, but I was pleased with him because I love the young kids giving it a bit, because I never shout at young kids. If I was going to go... I'm known as having a rant every now and again, but I always try to go with a big hit, as I didn't believe in bullying young kids or shouting at young kids. I want them to grow and all that, so, and they've been training with us and they've been doing very well.
And just so he gets full credit, that was the lad Jaden you were talking about.
Oh, brilliant, man. Young little whippersnapper, like, runs around, and we're doing this keep ball session, he's went whack into somebody. I thought, go on in, and all of a sudden Tops got the full whack of it and all that, and Tops on the floor, and the kids run away, and I'm getting it, well in young and brilliant and all that, and he's got this big smile on his face, so fantastic. So good for him, good for a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's change tack completely. I was going to ask you about which match you went to, but you've already told us. So, was that both you and Ian, or did Ian go somewhere else?
Ian went to Maidenhead. We said, well, one go to Maidenhead, one go watch Wilson, because we're watching a player, Wilson against Eastbourne. And I said, all right, you go there and I'll go there. And the M25 was shut, and I had to go all the way around. And I got to Heathrow 2 hours, 40 minutes. I thought, oh, I'm only going to get the second half in here. I'm only going to do that. And all of a sudden, the clock's clicking, and I get the call saying the game's off. Couldn't believe it. So, wasted Saturday for me, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Let's change tack completely and talk about not necessarily your favourite manager, Gareth Southgate. Who's had one or two things to deal with this week. Incidentally, I looked up his managerial career. He's never won anything.
What I tell you, David? What I tell you? If you don't win nothing, you waste of time. As a player, as a manager, you don't win a thing. What a waste of time being a manager, and what a waste of time being a player.
Anyway, he had an interesting situation to deal with this week with Raheem Sterling and Joe Gomez, obviously. I just wondered, I mean, he talked about it very publicly. He dropped Sterling very publicly for the one match, etc. But on top of that, the other thing that I found interesting was that he consulted a group of senior players on these decisions, and apparently they were all 100% in agreement. So I don't imagine you would necessarily approach it in the same way.
I'll let them have a fight. Two grown men on it. If they want to fight each other, let them fight each other. That's what I would have done. Get away from a team. If you've got differences, as long as you've got differences. I didn't watch much of Premiership because in England internationals and that, it's not my cup of tea. I get bored. But I read about it and obviously listened about it, and it got public, so something must have happened behind closed doors, which we might not know about. But it's about two blokes after what happened in the game beforehand or whatever. I was just going to get in the room and have a fight with each other, go and kick it, whatever. Whoever wins, whatever. I think that's what grown men should do. I've done it in change rooms before, or whatever. Or both you get out of the office or whatever. Just both, if you can't amend it, either get into each other. If that's what they want to do, because apparently they had a bit of a barney, let them have a fight. Grown men. If not, just kick both of us. That's what I would do, but I'd do another full story. But if it's two grown men and you're over 20 years old and you're over that and you don't like each other and you have a row, people, whatever, I would just, probably the first thing I would have done said, he's going to make up, because if you're not going to have a fight, don't sort it out. If he's get on with it. If he's both got to continue, both you get out of the camp, that's what I probably would have done. But what's it got to do with the players? What's it got to do with them? It's got nothing to do with them. So, Southgate's had a great result last night, fair play to England. But what's it got to do with senior players? I wouldn't, so I wouldn't have done that. No, so I would have done, I'm not saying my way's the right way. I'm not. It's just what I am and what I believe in. But I wouldn't have done it that way. No, I wouldn't have went to senior players because it's got nothing to do with players whatsoever. Players have too much to say anyway. They do. And two, if it's two grown men and you're over there and you want to have a fight at each other, let them have a fight.
So, in that scenario, irrespective of whether they'd had a fight or disagree, talked it out or whatever, would you have played Raheem Sterling or his equivalent in your team?
I think so. I would have done it. As long as it man to man, as long as it was outside my chip. If it was in everybody and had to split them up and all that, you would have said to them, "Okay, what you're doing here? Well, both go, one go." But I thought it was a bit too much. But honestly, and his attitude's been good. He was at the game last night, so. Everybody will have a different way of handling things, and I'll have
no.
So, but I would have played him. Yeah, I would have played him.
Okay,
yeah,
that's fair enough. Which leads to the broader topic of you must have seen a few bust-ups in your time, but as a player and as a manager.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not necessarily asking for details, but what sort of things do players fall out about?
Anything. It could be somebody not picking up of a marker, somebody got to come in and you got to calm it down. And I've seen scraps in the change room. I've had a couple myself, to be honest. And you grown men. If you can't, I always say to players, we'll have rows in the change room, but once it's finished with, it's got to be finished with, because that's being a man. If you continue it, that's when we've got problems, and that's when I've got rid of players if they continue with You know, if somebody's having a row about picking up from a corner or going too deep or whatever, then you know, and you do it. Like, I remember Mick McCarthy getting me up against the wall once. When I was I was playing for Millwall, and I knew I was going to Bradford City. He's going to the World Cup, and so we said, I'm going to Bradford City, so I got told not to get injured. So I went for immersions, and I wasn't good enough to go for immersions. Anyway, Mick, who I used to babysit his kids, Mick, and I was a young kid then, I used to babysit his kids, so I thought I'm well in with Mick. He said, "You didn't do that today." No, I said, "F off with you." Like, out against the wall and whatever. I'm trying to, you know, I deserved that, to be honest. I think I was a young kid and I thought I was going to Bradford. I always trained as hard as I could and played as hard as I could. So for me to not do that, he could have said, "Well, I'm going to a World Cup with Ireland." So his argument was better than mine. But you get things like that, you have a fallout, but you just get on with it. You know what I mean?
Very famously, your mate Teddy Sheringham didn't get on with Andy Cole at Man United. Yeah. Have you had situations like that?
I think you do. They can't all love each other. You can't, like, it's like a classroom really. You can't get 20 blokes. Yeah. I think our lads are. I'm usually quite good at kicking the people out who spoil us. I'm usually quite. I think that's one. I'm not saying my strengths, but I like a tight knit group, and I feel as though I work towards that behind the scenes, get it tight. I feel as if I get a bad gig, I kick them out anywhere I do, and so it's usually. I've always been alright, but you can't get 22 players liking each other. It's impossible, or liking me, or me liking them. Yeah. I've got some players playing for me I don't like, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's football, that's great, and they'll do a job for the team. But there's one or two in there I didn't really like them. So if I don't like them, I still play them, but they'll not know that. You know what I mean? So we'll probably think them.
One or two have got a bit of an idea now.
But they'll come to me and I don't like the gaffer, he does this, that's fine or whatever. But the player for us, there's one or two players I've got to play, and I think that I wouldn't give them a type of deal. You keep them away from the football, but you got to love them round this certain. But not my cup of tea, some of them.
Yeah, no.
And I'm sure I'm not theirs.
So you'd very much subscribe to the phrase that a well-known ex-manager of this club used to use fairly often, which is "there's no room for sentiment in football."
Of course, I think I've always been like that anyway. I think it's true.
Yeah.
You know, and there's some lads who aren't in a team who I really think are really great lads, really good. I think it goes on in life. You can't like everybody, and you know, people say you got to like your family and all that. You don't have to like them. You don't like them. You know what I mean? So it's one of them where I look at it and thinking, yeah, I like someone and doing it. It's like teammates. Oh, he's doing great for me, but would I want him as a person around the house? No, I wouldn't. So I think it's like any walk of life. Just like I wouldn't like you around my house, David. To be honest,
well, you'll have to invite me first and give me the opportunity to refuse to come.
No, I wouldn't invite you, don't worry.
Of course not. Let's move on. Let's come back to Woking Football Club.
Yes, let's do that.
I believe I understand Toby Eds's time with the club has finished. His loan's ended.
Yeah, Toby's went back. Yeah, it's one of them where he had to guarantee him first team football, and we couldn't do that at the minute. He's done great for with Toby, great lad. We wish him well. I hope he makes a football league player. I'm sure he will. But it's just when we get to loan players some players come on loan, and however, but you get one or two who come and you're sort of written in there that have got to play, and that's the things I can't guarantee Toby to play. But he's done well for us. Good luck to him. I'm sure he'll get either another loan move or he'll do well at Nottingham Forest. Good luck with that.
Good. Okay. Thank you. And in terms of our own personnel, there's another loan going out.
Sam Howes will go to Chelmsford today. I think the deal will get done today. Well, we'll get done so he plays tomorrow. He's rusty completely because he hasn't played. He come here thinking he was going to play, and we did, but Rossi's been magnificent. Hasn't done a thing wrong. Probably one of our best 2-3 players this season. So I've got to be realistic. He's got to go to Chelmsford to get game time. We'll have a call back, get him back when we want. But it makes all the sense in the world. We let get another keeper in for tomorrow, and we're working on that now. But I just think the time's right where if it wasn't done today, it wouldn't get done Monday. I think Chelmsford's right because in the Comp and South, good competition, and it's the right time for him to go out for a month or whatever it may be. You know, but it's a month initially. But we got a call back if anything happens. So I think it's good for both parties.
And you say you'll be looking for someone to. Presumably, let's be honest, someone to sit on the bench.
No, that's the hardest bit, isn't it? That's the hardest bit.
Yeah.
And that's what Sam.
Where will you look?
I'll make calls, and I've also got a couple of lads from academy as well who can step in. We'll make a couple of calls today. If Matt Winter's making a couple as we speak now, we'll get somebody in, and that'll be fine. But he will be on the bench because Rossi will play.
Yeah.
You know, so the hardest bit is getting the keeper saying you're going to be on the bench. That's where Sam's come in. I sensed it last week, and I've sensed it a couple of weeks. He's hit that wall now where he's thinking, "Hold on a minute, I've got to play." And I agree. I agree with that.
That's fair enough. 2 weeks ago, during this Friday morning interlude, you referred to having a look around for a right back, possibly.
Yeah.
Is there any progress on that at all, or have you decided not to make any progress?
I'm not making one for tomorrow, that's for certain.
No.
And if you look at Cookie or whatever, he's done very well. Things can get dragged on, like, you know, we need a right back, we need a left back, we need a centre half, and the same things happen all the time. So I've got that. So people say, well, what I thought Cookie was outstanding against Stockport, to be honest. So he'll play it more, whatever happens. We have been inquiries about some in that position, to be honest. Some of them we thought we might have a crack on, but then one got in their first team, so that's a dead duck. It's just like anything else. We thought we had a centre forward, and we never. So you go and make approaches. You think you can get these people signed, and all of a sudden something comes up. It could be a player, money, or them getting their first team. Like we went for a centre forward, and thought we had him, and all of a sudden he's got in their first team and scored 4 or 5 goals in 6 games, and it's a no-brainer. Now when we actually thought he was on his way down to sign, but that's football. I'll get on with it. So no, I'm not looking for a right back anymore. I think Cookie's well capable. I think he's doing very well, and I thought he was outstanding against Stockport.
Okay, thank you. Let's go general again, briefly, if you don't mind. I wanted to talk about initiation songs.
Aye.
Which you're a big believer in.
I'll get them up there.
Me do it, never mind all the players.
Where did you do it? At the hotel?
At the Oaklands Park Hotel, yeah.
The best one was we're getting to stand up. It brings confidence. You stand up, like I might stand up, say maybe because I'm a Londoner, because I've got an accent, obviously. And we get lads stand up, like someone like Ibs is pathetic and Brooks was awful. All that. But someone like Rossi's very good. Hodgie's brilliant.
Yeah.
But the best one, what we had was Adrian Withers, the best one ever. Yeah. We were in the Oaklands Park where the chairman put up New Oaklands Park with directors. And I said, okay, it's about time that the people on the outside come sing a song, and you had to sing a song. And
I was first.
You were Sam Loxton was awful. Yeah. He was absolutely. Oh, Nick, by the way, his mate Nick and all that. It's his birthday today. He's 75 today, so happy birthday, Nick. Okay, who's our welfare officer as well. So he gets his bus pass today, so I'm delighted for him. Anyway, I forgot to mention that. So we're at a hotel, and you're singing, and hey, well done, Holmesy, and Sam Loxton, who was absolutely. Or he said when his wife heard him sing, he nearly split up. Now, I thought he was joking, but watching him, I can believe that, to be honest, because he was absolutely awful. Martin Taylor always gives it Elvis one he does, but when Ian went up, Ian said to me, yeah, I'll do it, not a problem, yeah, it'll be good and all that, you know, and stuff like that. So before Ian gets up, I went to all the lads, when he, you know, because everybody claps, don't they? Yeah. When he gets up on the chair and all that, you know, everybody just pretend that they're not bothered and all the rest of it. So anyway, Ian's got up there full of beans, like, today is going to be a day, and everybody's like looking at the floor and all that, and nobody's joining in. He's gone, what the hell's going wrong here and all that, you know, and stuff like that. But it was me, I told everybody in the room just to be quiet, and honestly, they absolutely conquered him. So poor Ian got the full bucket. He did this morning actually. Malcolm rang him up and said, Ian, are you near a training ground? Can you go to a training ground and get the white cones? So he said, I'm in the house. He said, oh, come on, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So he goes all the way to the training ground. It's whacking down with rain. He walks about training ground. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Goes in the chain from nothing there. I've got him in the back of my car. He's been walking around for now and the rain. Oh, poor Ian. Okay, no, magic. But we love a sing song.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would like to add, I got quite a lot of compliments for my rendition at the hotel.
Well, you didn't get one off me, that's for certain.
Well, no, I wouldn't expect that.
When people get compliments, that means that you're crap. You know, but Hodgie is excellent, obviously, and you know, we had something like Kane Fernand's good. You know, he is like I say, it was Rossi does this rap thing very good. You know, so you don't get them up there. They don't have to be, as you know, all sober when they do it. But it's just a thing where when the new lads come in, we'll get them to sing and get up on the chair and sing. And the young lads do it as well. The young lads done it. Jack Skinner done it on the presentation at the end of the season. Yeah. So it breeds confidence because you can make a fool of yourself. You're in the group then, aren't you?
That's right. Going back to your playing days, can you remember anybody being really good?
We used to do it at Millwall. Everybody had to sing a song at Millwall. That's where I come from, and I used to sing "Coming Home Newcastle" all the time, and things like that. Anybody really good? I don't know, really. But we all had to do it. So there'll be some good bars in there, but we all had to get up and sing. But nobody really stands out to be an excellent, I think, to be honest. We all think to do. Oh, Paul Stevenson, Steve, was signing from Newcastle for $250,000 at Millwall. He was excellent voice, unbelievable voice. And Frank McClintock.
Really?
No, Frank was brilliant. Frank Sinatra used to sing it out there. Right. Frank was brilliant as well. Yeah, okay. 2 good singers.
The reason I thought of asking you about this is because I saw a video on Twitter this week which was posted by Frank Nouble. I don't know how you pronounce it. Nouble. Yeah. Anybody listening or watching this, if you get the chance, look this up because it's Paris Cowan Hall, who used to play for this club, singing a Marvin Gaye song, and he is absolutely sensational.
What's this? You do get. I think you do get. I think footballers listen to music a lot, don't they? Go to training in the car, so I think they do get the songs and they do the nightclubs and all that, you know. And I think they do get all of these songs. Because some of the rubbish what my lads play in the changing room is unbelievable. You can't sing along with it because it's just bang, you know. So I hate that's why I get them out. To be honest, I do all the team talks outside. I do and all that, you know. It's just this little thing I've got this season, and but part of it's the music does me head in. If I walk in and that music's on, the later before kick-off, it's not my thing. I think the music's awful. I really do. It's just like it's this new. You know, I wouldn't mind a bit of ABBA or Neil Diamond where you can sing along and all, but these Cracker Jacks here, we play music I just can't understand.
Yeah. Okay. Anything to tell us about Halifax? Going to be a tough game.
Tough game.
In the league.
Yeah, tough game. They got ex-players, the lads Staunton, and he played. And a good side. I think they got Infesta in there as well. With Gower, read up on the week, and obviously have been in the top 2-3 all season. So a good side. I think the 7 out of Stockport. We've done homework on them. I'm sure we've done a homework on us. We had a good chat. Ian done a great presentation yesterday about them. To be honest, you got the lads upstairs and done a fantastic presentation how we play and what we think will be roughly their team. So the lads were buzzing last night. To be honest, it was very professionally done by him. And then we went on the training ground. We worked at it about and stuff like that. So it's, the lads know what to expect.
Good. Okay, let's finish off as we promised last week with the second half of the quiz from the programme.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you could choose 3 people, alive or dead, to have dinner with, who would you go for?
3 people?
Yeah, alive or dead, to sit and have chat with over dinner.
Queen? I love meet the Queen. The Pope, probably. I always had a thing with meeting the Pope. I like to meet people and stuff like that. So, the Pope, the Queen. Who else? Not you, that's for certain.
I was waiting for that.
I
knew that was coming.
Not you. Poor, the Queen. Who else is out
Anybody
there?
from football?
Nah, just, meet them, you get rid of them, don't you? And all that, and stuff. Who do I like? Neil Diamond.
Oh,
Boom.
of course.
That's a one. Yeah.
Course. Okay. What was the first car you ever owned?
I didn't know cars. The red one.
A red one.
I'll tell you a good story here. This is so you understand where I come from. I was going years ago when I got my first car. I'm going slow, so I'm going to M25, turn off the slower M4, right? So I've like no mobile phones in them days. So the tyre bursts. I thought I didn't know what to do here so I pull over M25. I thought, what do I do here? And all that, and stuff like that. I can't change the tyre. I don't know what to do, and all the rest of it. So I walk about half a mile to one of them phone things on the side, like on the motorway. So I ring up and said, excuse me, I've just blew a tyre. I said, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck on the M25 where the slow turn off, the Heathrow turn off is. Yeah, calm down, sir, calm down, and stuff like that. She said, yeah, what's your registration? I don't know. Well, okay, but what type of car is it? I don't know. So I went back and I had to say it's a red estate car, whatever. I don't know. If you ask me what red cars, no, I haven't got a clue. I've never known the car. I know a Mini. The Rolls Royce, I don't know. People say Fords and all that, whatever. I haven't got a clue. So the answer to that, I haven't got a clue.
Okay.
And I didn't even know what car I'm driving now, and I wouldn't have a registration. I've got it on my phone, a registration. The kids I buy asses, and I put it on my phone, so I haven't got a clue about cars.
I know what your car is.
What is it?
It's a Hyundai Tucson.
A Hyundai.
Yeah.
Looks like something you order from a Chinese shop.
Which manager has been the most influential in your career?
John Dockery. He signs for 3 different clubs: Millwall, Bradford, and Slough. A great character, and by a million miles. Okay,
the next one is probably not relevant to you really, because it reads, which of your teammates at Woking gets the most fines? I mean, you may or may not even know who gets the most fines, because they all fine each other.
They fine each other for stupid things. They all come in like, I imagine Gavin getting a few. He got a big one Saturday because you're late for the game, and I think the lads enjoyed that one. So if you're late and you come to change room, everybody goes on that. So it's one of them where I imagine him being massively on that,
I think the popular answers to this question are always Pox and Cookie.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Cookie's a nerd, isn't he? Cookie. So he'll not be bothered, but he'll come in where Pox will probably fight his corner. And people, I'm not getting fined for that, I'm not getting fined for that. Where Cookie's like just a nice nerd, that's what he is. He's a city boy, and he tells a city boy.
He turns up in flip-flops.
I know, and he's got a lovely haircut and lovely teeth and a lovely grin and all that, and stuff like that. And he's just he'll just come in and accept it where other people argue, but Cookie being Cookie, he'll just accept things where other people wouldn't. So I can imagine Cookie just paying out his own pocket.
Right. Which Woking player has the worst music taste?
All have it.
I knew you were going to say all of them.
I haven't found one who's interesting. I think my taste is good. If I get my songs on a course, I don't think they like it. Generally, don't think they like it, but I don't like their music. I think it's useless. I think it's awful. I hate listening to it. I think there's no beat of it at all. I wouldn't like to dance to it, and I wouldn't like to try to sing along because there's no words. That's the truth.
Okay. What was the last film you saw at the cinema?
Last film? I don't know. Cinema. When I got to cinema? Can you open the door? Just open the door. That one. Dan, can you just go and just let someone go next door? Sorry. Cinema. I don't know. Maybe James Bond or something like that. Okay. One of the ones. I didn't go to the cinema. I didn't watch telly and everything like that. No, yeah. Right. 2 minutes, mate.
Pizza, fish and chips, or curry?
Fish and chips, 100%.
Okay. Marmite, yes or no?
No.
If you were not a footballer, what would you be? I think you gave us a hint about this.
I like to be in the army and fight for me country.
That's what you said.
I want to go on the front line.
Okay. This one you can't answer. Well, maybe. The last question is, what percentage of the manager's team talk do you understand?
I would say 40%.
Yeah. You'd be pleased to know.
When I swear 60.
You'd be pleased to know that Max Kretschmar said 99.9%. I'm fluent in Dowse after 3 years.
You would be and all. I don't. Most of my it's a mix.
10%, 40%.
Most of my it's 10%, 50%, and so most of them can understand us. What percentage do you do, Matt? On my team talk, what do you understand?
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
There you are. See, there you are. That's why he's here, goalkeeping coach. All of it. There you go.
That's what you said. You told me to say, wasn't it?
That's 100%. Aye. When that camera's off, you'll be saying on and all that stuff. So I don't think people do. I just think it's a weird. When I get excited, I talk quick. I imagine. I swear quite a lot in team talks. I do. I like to. I'm one of them, a bang of chest sort of bloke. I think so. If I get excited, I imagine at times, or I get angry at times. But I think most of the time, I think I really do.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
You only want to tell you this quick story. Who didn't understand? Just before we finish, Musa de Harbour.
Yeah.
Our manager Hampton Richmond, and Musa's just come in, right? And he's come in, and Musa, his friends are, I'm Dowse and all that, and stuff like that. And we were playing Bognor away, right? And I says, number 9, Pryor, Musa, Pryor, number 9, your man, nobody else's. Yeah, okay, 9, yeah, and all that, Anyway, before he goes out, I grabbed him. Musa, 9, you get tight, and all that, half time, Pryor scores 3, 9, and all that, Musa, you effing this, you effing that. I didn't understand what number you said. I said 9 5 times, something like, and stuff like that. Anyway, he walks out and he said to Tracy, he said, my manager's very angry, and all that, Honestly, number 9. So the only one who doesn't understand is Musa, I think. But he's got used to it now.
Yes, he has.
And he talks funny, not me.
And so have I doing this.
Very good lad.
Right, thanks very much. See you tomorrow.
Pleasure. Bye.